And I figured out after 4 years why I got arrested so many times. See what happened. It's been a comedy of errors. Here's how it happened. I do my act at perhaps 11 o'clock at night. Little do I know that 11 a.m. the next morning, before the grand jury somewhere, is another guy doing my act who's introduced as Lenny Bruce in substance. Here he is, Lenny Bruce in substance.
Now, the last 4 years I spent in and out of the courts. And I figured out, after 4 years, why I got arrested so many times. Think what happened. I do my act at, perhaps 11 o'clock at night. Little do I know that 11 a.m. the next morning, before the grand jury somewhere, there's another guy doing my act who's introduced as Lenny Bruce in substance. Here he is, Lenny Bruce in substance.
A peace officer who is trained to recognize clear and present dangers, not make-believe, does the act. The grand jury watches him work and they go, that stinks. But I get busted. And the irony is that I have to go to court and defend his act.
A peace officer who is trained to recognize clear and present danger, not make-believe, does the act. The grand jury watches him work and they go, that stinks. But I get busted. And the irony is that I have to go to court to defend his act.
I want to show you this. This is the criminal court, City of New York, Part 2B, County of New York, the people of the state of New York versus Lenny Bruce and Howard L. Solomon, defendants. Okay, and Ella Solomon. For the honorable judges and blah, 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 and this turn. Okay, now.
I want to show you this. Here. Criminal Court, City of New York, Part 2B, County of New York. The honorable judges, blah, blah, blah. Attorney.
Find information filed on April 3rd, 1964. The defendants, Lenny Bruce and Howard L. Solomon, were charged in 2 separate counts, giving an indecent performance in violation of Section 1140A of the Penal Law of New York. Now, that's the grand jury. That was the first bust.
By the information filed on April 3rd, 1964, the defendants, Lenny Bruce and Howard L. Solomon, were charged in 2 separate counts, giving an indecent performance in violation of Section 1148 of the Penal Law of New York. Right, now, that's the grand jury. That was the first bust.
Okay. During the first performance, Bruce fondled the microphone in masturbatory fashion. Second performance, while telling an act of exposure, Bruce turned his back to the audience and moved his hand outward and upward from below his waist in an obvious and crude pantomime of an act of exposure and masturbation.
During the first performance, Bruce fondles the microphone in a masturbatory fashion. Second performance, while telling an act of exposure, Bruce then turned his back toward the audience and moved his hand outward and upward below his waist in an obvious and crude pantomime of an act of exposure and masturbation.
So I said, make sure to tell him it's gestures of benediction and not gestures of masturbation. I would never make gestures of masturbation because I like, I'm concerned with my image, and I know it offends chicks. And you know, it frightens them, it's ugly to them.
Okay, so I said, make sure to tell him it's gestures of benediction, not masturbation, because, like, I would never make gestures of masturbation, because I I'm concerned with my image, and I know, you know, what offends chicks, what's ugly to them, what frightens them.
So I said, tell him it's gestures of benediction.
So I said, tell him it's gestures of benediction. Okay.
3, St. Paul giving up fucking. Okay, now, what I said there, that's how the bit is reported. I said that, I think I said as long as I did the bit, I said that, Sullivan, I said, how the hell did I do that? How celibacy was introduced, see, I forget the bit.
3, St. Paul giving up fucking. Okay, what I said there was, that's how the bit is reported. I said that, I forget, it's been so long since I did that bit. I said that, I said, how the hell did I do that bit? I said, well, see, I forget the bit.
It's weird, because I didn't know that was a bit. They put that form there, and then I forget where it started. I think I was talking about the fact that the Jews lost,
No, it's weird, because I didn't know that was a bit that they put in there, and I forget where it started. I think I was talking about how the Jews lost...
I dance. You ever hear me dance?
No.
Oh, I'll show my dance.
Hey, do you want to see my dance? Yeah, I'll do my dance for you.
It's the first time I've ever danced before an audience. It's my American folk dance. All right, mine in good now? Can you get the right? Okay, all right.
Here, this is the first time that I've ever danced in front of an audience. This is my American folk dance.